Venom War, this year's symbiote event, is currently releasing. Even though the story is centered on Venom, his son Carnage joined the fight in the second issue and has now become a much more powerful god than the original King in Black. In this video we will recap the recent events of the symbiote comics and discover how Carnage increased his powers and abilities to become a divine being capable of bringing the entire Marvel universe. Carnage's divine enhancement emerged from a magical source, the Darkhold, a tome of dark magic capable of great power. After escaping from prison, Carnage was lured into the depths of a mine in West Virginia by the Darkholders, a cult that sought to revive the ancient god Chthon by sacrificing Carnage to him in an occult ritual. Instead, the Darkhold itself magically enhanced Carnage's abilities, as well as making him immune to fire and sound. This because the book noted that the symbiote was an agent of chaos worthy of being Chthon's acolyte. Obsessed with unlocking more of the Darkhold's power, Carnage hid on a remote island and created a new symbiote, Raze, to aid him in his mission. Carnage unleashed Chthon intending to steal his unholy power. However, the sorceress Victoria Montesi managed to seal Chthon and strip Carnage of his new powers. He also separated the symbiote from Cletus Kasady. Although it was only a seemingly temporary improvement, this brief increase in power whetted Carnage's appetite for new ways to become stronger by any means necessary. Although Cletus died after crash landing on Earth following the events of Venomized, this only proved to be a temporary setback for the supervillain. Cletus' body was recovered by the cult of Knull, a murderous cult that worshipped the King in Black, the cosmic god of symbiotes who intended to use Cletus to free him from his confinement. The cult stole the ancient Grendel symbiote and resurrected Cletus by attaching his body to a part of him. However, Cletus unexpectedly managed to override Knull's will and regained control of his own body, as well as the Grendel symbiote. In the end, the Carnage symbiote managed to feed on the Grendel and absorb its powers. When he learned that the spines of anyone who had bonded with a symbiote contained a codex that could increase the powers of those they consumed, Carnage decided to forcibly recover as many codexes as he could. As he consumed the codexes himself, Carnage became significantly stronger. It cut a bloody path across the earth, going so far as to devour an entire Colorado town that had been briefly overwhelmed by symbiotes. After months of consuming codices from both the living and the dead, Cletus physically transformed into Dark Carnage and began his plan to free Knull. As Carnage consumed additional codexes, including those of heroes and villains who had bonded with symbiotes, he acquired their abilities, including Ghost Rider's powers. Confident in his powers, Carnage launched a full-scale attack on New York, intending to absorb the codexes of Spider-Man, Venom, and Dylan Brock to increase his already impressive power. Along the way, Carnage used his symbiote offspring and brothers to build himself an army, keeping many of the heroes busy as he continued his hunt. Carnage faced a venomized Hulk and after defeating him, absorbed the strength of the immortal Hulk. After absorbing the symbiote bonded to the Hulk, Carnage transformed into an even more powerful form just in time to confront a similarly enhanced Venom after Eddie's symbiote absorbed the codexes of some of the Avengers. Venom managed to use his new abilities to kill Carnage, with the Grendel symbiote transferring into Eddie and leaving Cletus' human remains behind. Although his physical form was destroyed, Cletus' consciousness survived within the symbiote hive mind, where he plotted his return and revenge. Telepathically taking control of several symbiotes, Cletus formed a new Carnage symbiote and searched for a suitable human host for it to possess. Through his connection to the symbiote hive mind, Cletus systematically corrupted symbiotes such as Scream and the other Life Foundation symbiotes into doing his bidding. Cletus took control of Iron Man's extrembiote as he sought new ways to enhance himself, making him a formidable and physical threat once again. These bloody journeys took Carnage to the Norse kingdom of Nidavellir, where he used his forge and a codex from the dark elf Malekith to become even more powerful. After this, Carnage decided to explore the multiverse to find new ways to increase his power. In Death of Venomverse, Carnage began killing Venoms across the multiverse and absorbing symbiotes to make himself stronger. More powerful than ever, he resumed his plans to become the god of the symbiotes by killing a Knull from an alternate universe. No longer interested in using Knull as a potential host body, Carnage killed this universe's Knull, absorbing his codex and with it, his godlike powers. By this point, Carnage was slightly more powerful than a Celestial. Having finally fulfilled his dream of achieving godhood, Carnage easily defeated a team of Venoms from across the multiverse who banded together to stop him. With this resistance out of the way, Carnage traversed the multiverse, continuing his mission to increase his power and learn more about his potential. Through his travels, Carnage realized that he needed a human host to help him settle and balance his divine perspective. As a result, he decided to return to his own Earth and create a clone of Cletus Kasady, his most effective host. After teaming up with the Cletus clone, Carnage escalated his revenge against the Broxan agent Anti-Venom to eliminate any possible opposition to his quest for godhood. Like any god, Carnage sought to build his own congregation, and his latest killing spree inspired a new cult of Carnage, rallying the depraved to his murderous cause. This put Carnage on a collision course with Agent Anti-Venom, but anticipating this, Carnage arrived with more than a few tricks up his sleeve. In addition to quickly developing a tolerance to the Anti-Venom symbiote's effects against him, Carnage revealed to a shocked Flash Thompson that he once again wielded the powers of the Darkhold. Using the dark magic of the Unholy Tome, Carnage banished Flash to the Darkhold dimension before setting his sights on Dylan Brock and the Venom symbiote. With the battle lines drawn for Venom War, Carnage is ready to become a true threat that can plunging the entire Marvel Universe into chaos. Carnage returned and allied himself with Meridius, a future version of Eddie, so that together they can destroy Venom. As expected, the red symbiote is only using it to achieve its ultimate goal: kill Eddie and destroy his soul so that he ceases to exist completely. Now, Eddie possesses the power of the King in Black, but Cletus went beyond that, achieving a power that not even Knull managed to possess. Who will emerge victorious in this battle between symbiote gods? We'll have to read Venom War to find out.